Hey, I'm Shels Milne from Shels Milne Media and Marketing, and I help unknown business owners to build their online brand and turn up the volume to become the quietly confident experts and leaders in their field or niche. And today I'm going to be talking about what you need to do to prepare your business for tough times and how you can do that effectively. Because it's no secret, in recent years, we've all experienced issues in our business in relation to global events or economic downturns. And we know that what's happening over there can very quickly start to have a fairly big impact on our little business right here. And the sad fact is that while some businesses manage to survive and even thrive in tough times, others sadly perish. But the good news is that you can fly through it with flying colours too. You just need to know how to prepare. So what can happen and how could it affect you? Well, the fact is that there are heaps of things that could happen almost anywhere in the world that could have a direct effect on your business. First up, economic downturn. Economic difficulties can really squeeze the market, your customers' pennies, and you, forcing everyone to reevaluate how they spend their hard-earned cash. Even an economic crisis right on the other side of the planet can be felt right here today. So when that happens, you need to work out how you can meet your customers' changing needs while their budget is constrained. Number 2 in this list is global pandemic. We all felt the effects of COVID-19 over the last few years. People stayed at home more, causing difficulties for small businesses and reducing the amount of money that was spent out in the wider world. And many businesses were sadly forced to close their doors, and that trend continues today as businesses try to recover from that time. Labour shortages and supply chain issues have also trickled down to small businesses, and that too continues to be felt right now in December 22. The third item on my list of challenges for small businesses is climate change. It's a biggie because weather patterns around the world caused by climate change are already causing disruptions around the world. Even close to home, heat waves, droughts, extreme temperature, flooding, snowfall, blizzards all cause supply chain problems and cause economic hardship to business owners and their customers and their supply chain alike. The fourth thing on my list is cyber attacks. Cyber attacks are increasing at an alarming rate, and no business, no matter how small or large, is totally safe. A major cyber attack could bring down a city power grid, which would cause many problems for businesses and individuals alike. But at the other end of the spectrum, a hack on your system can cause you all kinds of problems of lost data, lost information, or if your site is hijacked in some way and you're held to ransom, then you could potentially lose access to everything that you have worked really hard for online. So it's important that you prepare ahead for things like that. The next thing is war. A conflict, even in the furthest corners of the world from wherever you are, can have a major impact on supply chains and the globalized economy. We're already seeing the impact of the Ukrainian invasion by Russia in terms of our energy supply, our food supply, and even things like logistics of travel around the world for people and trade. So that needs to be factored into your thinking too. And again, it's a biggie. It doesn't need a lot of thought, but it does need some thought. And the last thing is the one most likely to jeopardize your business on a day-to-day scale, and one of the things that is the easiest to prepare for, and that is actually personal problems. Because tough times don't only come from global pandemics and military conflicts. Health, finance, personal issues, health issues in your life, or the impact that any of those things might have on members of your family could end up having a massive impact on your business if you need to take time or money out to help resolve them, or if you're just not able to be in the business for whatever reason for any length of time. And these are all the reasons that you need to plan for tough times now. Many small business owners, and particularly solopreneurs, make the mistake of thinking that they're safe for now. They know these problems might be on the horizon, but they'll just cross that bridge when they get to it. After all, resources are already stretched now when times are good, so it's not going to be any easier when things are tough. But the problem is, when things do get tough, it's already too late. And that's why you need to plan and develop strategies now that you can implement before the effects of a disaster are felt. And if you lay this groundwork, then it'll be smooth sailing even when other businesses are really struggling. What makes the real difference between businesses that perish during tough times and ones that survive? It's simple. It's having the right attitude. The right attitude to weather tough times is to stay positive. I know it's not easy, but you have to meet the challenges with confidence and a success-orientated mindset. Things might get tough and you might need to make some really drastic and difficult changes. So you need to be optimistic about coming through and thriving on the other side, or it'll be very hard to make those changes stick. A positive mindset also gives you motivation, and you need this to keep pushing forward when things get hard, because it's really easy to give up when the challenges seem insurmountable and the chips are down and all your resources are maxed out. And finally, one more reason that you need a positive mindset is that it will help you cope effectively with stress. Stress is a real thing, and it's very easy to get overwhelmed, particularly as a solo business owner or a small business owner, when things are rapidly changing and you have the responsibility of other people and other people's lives and livelihoods on your desk. It can be really tough. So you need to have some effective stress reduction strategies that work, which you can employ when the going gets rough. So let's get down to the nitty-gritty. What are some of the things that you can be doing today that will help you to future-proof your brand and make sure that you can cope when times get a little bit tricky? The first one is boost your brand. I know as a marketing expert, I was always going to put that up first, but it's so true. If a business has a memorable brand, it will help you to sail through tough times. Because during a financial squeeze, customers have less to spend on the products and services that they need. And they will stop buying from most, but they will continue to buy from brands that uniquely meet their needs and share their values. So you need to work on your branding now when times are good and you have the resources. What do you want to be known for? How do you want customers to see your brand? What unique strengths and core values do they respond to? And how do you stand out from the competition? If you answer those questions and formulate them into your brand strategy, you can use the data from the market to create a really strong brand, and then reinforce these brand values during the tough times, and your audience will keep buying from you even when they're in a pinch. My second top tip is over-deliver. Another great thing that will help you to succeed during tough times is to offer great value. If you consistently offer unbelievable value, there is no reason for your customers to go anywhere else, even if a competitor offers similar goods and services for a lower price. The best way to offer great value is to over-deliver. If you gain an understanding of what your customers expect and go above and beyond, you create a wow experience. And the customer feels surprise and delight, and this will keep them buying from you. So how do you create this wow experience? Well, there are a number of ways, and one is to offer outstanding service like free follow-up support or free shipping. Another is to give your audience unexpected freebies or access to paid products. Whatever you offer, make it a surprise with no strings attached and do it regularly. Next up, you need to provide the right help to the right people at the right time. You can provide an even better service and value to your customers if you can help them out in their hour of need. For example, some companies offered daily news updates on COVID-19 during the global pandemic. Is there any way that you can provide support related to the problems they're facing and help them to save money or time or stress? Another way that you can help during tough times is to provide diversion. So if you can't actively help them solve the problems they're having, then help them get their minds off of it. Because when people are stressed out and bad things are happening around the world and other people are struggling as much as they are, it can be hard to prioritize yourself, and they need something fun and light to get their minds off of it. So if you can't help to solve the problem, then help give them a diversion. You can only offer this type of help by keeping in good communication with your audience and making sure that you truly understand their needs. Find out what they're going through and look for opportunities to help, and you will quickly become wedged in their heart in a way that maybe your competitors aren't. So that's my top tips for how to coast right through tough times. If you want to learn more about future-proofing your business, or particularly more about future-proof marketing and how you can set in place structures and processes that will make sure that you're bringing in leads even when you can't physically be in the business or when your budgets are absolutely tied up in knots, then drop me a quick DM or drop a comment below and we can arrange a quick 15-minute chat. It's completely free to talk about where your business is today and how we can help you to protect and grow in the future, even when it looks like that might be really challenging. So I'm Milne. Thank you so much for being here today, and I will be back very soon with some more information on resilience marketing and how to build and grow your personal brands, particularly in times of challenge. So see you then.